Islam, where Israel starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, New York, on the command Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, the 12 lost tribes according to the Bible, and they are the true Jews of the Bible. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, or Christian organization. We the home of the truth. I'm a teacher outside Shayala for Hebrew. It's like the history class.
Uh-huh.
The history class. My topic today is Israel and Palestine.
Mm.
A lot of people wonder why the thing that's going on in the Middle East is going on the way it is, and why it's just going on in general. Well, I'm gonna tell you why. When you steal something from somebody, things are going to be corrupt.
Right.
And for people that believe in when you do wrong by somebody, it's karma. That those people over there that's inhabited and that taking that land as their inhabitant is corrupt. So therefore, they have to deal with a specific punishment. They have to deal with a certain turmoil with that land.
Right.
They're not maintaining the land. And when I say maintain, I'm not talking about cutting grass and this. I'm saying maintaining the land by letting the people who are supposed to be there be there.
Right.
So when it comes to the Israel, the so-called Jewish man, or the Israeli, or the so-called Jew that the world knows, which we can look at in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, those Europeans over there are not the real Jews. They're from Esau, from Edom. The progenitor of those people over there is Esau. The red man, the oppressor, the white man, whatever you want to call him.
Right.
That man does not belong in Israel, because when you look into history and y'all got Google, you can look up and realize and type in who are the Ashkenazis and where they they land mass, and it would show that they're from Germany. But then you also type in who are the Khazarian, it'll say the people that from Georgia, Russia to Turkey to all the way back up there to Germany. Well, guess what? Those Germans colonized that whole land, period, all the way down to Israel. And now with the Palestinians, which a lot of people say, and I gotta tell you about this guy on TikTok too, man.
Right.
This dude was crazy. But the Palestinians, the Arab, that's not even their land. That's the Philistine. That's the African land. So these two people are fighting over a portion of land that doesn't belong to neither one of them. But when it boils down to it, all that land over there belongs to the children of Israel.
Right.
Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. And before we even start, the guy on TikTok today, you know how they got TikTok preachers and all of this. The Judite brother with Wicks, he just started his dread shaper, and I could tell that he knew a little something, but not nothing.
Right.
He still don't even know what John 3:16 really means.
Right.
But he understands and sees that it's certain things going on over there. I'm guessing he or Israelite group,
right,
whatever. But what he said on there, he said, for people that saying free Palestine and taking the side of the Palestinians, you are taking the wrong side. And I'm not taking the side of those people that say that they're the Jews or quote unquote, but I'm taking the side of the Jews in that land. Didn't make no sense.
Okay.
Because our people isn't in that land.
Right.
The fake people are in that land.
Right.
And then he rolled over saying, because I don't speak on color, because everybody's together. And then he continued to bash Christians.
Right.
Where do you get this whole philosophy from, man? And I typed in the chat and I said, from the way you speak is why Amari Stoudemire is over there acting the way he's acting now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he know he's separate,
right?
But he believes that we're all together.
Right.
The Holy Land, we all belong, but how?
Right.
Now, let me continue. So, back to what I was saying. The Israeli so-called, quote-unquote, are not the ancient Jews. They're, they Germans, Ashkenazi, and Palestinians are inhabited in the land of Philistine, meaning the African. They're nothing but Arabs. So, if I could, Bob, can you let me get that Genesis 12:1? So, prior to 1948, the Jewish people, the Arabs, and Christians were inhabited in that land. But all those people were all together. But once Israel got their independence, then all of a sudden the Israeli, the Jewish man, made that into their own land. I wonder why. Everybody was joining hand to hand over there, believing in this Abrahamic faith. Right. Now all of a sudden it's just a Judaism. Right. Orthodox Jews or I forgot the other type of Jew. Mm-hmm. So you got it? All right. So Abraham, he was given a covenant. He migrated from Babylon. There's too many pages, but I'll read it. So he was migrating from, from Babylonia and the Persian Gulf, right around that area, and it went all the way up to North Iran, down towards Syria, which is known as the Turks, or Damascus in the Bible, say Iran, So Abraham was promised this land. He going through all these, different countries and cities and all that, and then he came across Jerusalem, Canaan, Gaza, Hebron, Jericho, and all those neighboring areas. So all these little splits that everybody believed that just the European man or the Arab, all of that land mass right around I believe it was the Mediterranean Sea, right around the Mediterranean Sea, all the way to Canaan was belonging to the children of Israel. All right, you go.
The book of Genesis, chapter 12, verse 1. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. Verse 2. And I will make of thee a great nation.
So the Lord is telling Abraham, leave from where exactly you are right now and go to once you go out, the Lord will make a great nation.
Right.
Because it was a land that the Lord was promising to Abraham. It was a covenant for Abraham and the children of Israel.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse thee. And thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Verse 4.
So now jump down to Genesis 13 and 15.
The book of Genesis, chapter 13, verse 15. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever.
So this would be to the seed of Abraham, not Ishmael, because you got a bunch of Muslims in Philly right now. They thinking they black to be black. Oh, the motherland is over there in Afghanistan, Iraq, and this and that. And that's the closest thing to being black. They think that's out their land. Well, them Iranians got their land. They got their 12 princes. Right. They own their oil. They got their land. They got their gold. They got all of that over there. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth.
All right, drop that. Go to 15 and 8, Bob. Sorry. 15 and 18.
The book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 18. In the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying,
covenant with Abram. Go ahead.
Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. 19. The Kenites and the Kenizzites and the Kadmonites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Raphraims.
Now, all of these, if I'm not mistaken, all those are African little tribes.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Girgashites and the Jebusites. Verse, you want to go to chapter 16?
No, that's 12. Now go to Genesis 25 and 19, all the way to 34. So the Lord promised Abraham a great land, man. To his seed. Not nobody else, man. That's what we have to understand, that every nation has their own land.
Right.
Japhet, the progenitor, of the Samoans and those islanders was Japhet. Those people over there was all through Turkey.
Right.
Those people was all through, I believe it was Georgia. And when the oppressor came and colonized that whole land, coming from his area, he came and pushed those people out to Australia.
Right.
And when these people went to Australia, guess what the oppressor did? The oppressor went right down to Australia and made that a land of prison. Period. Well, I mean, Australia got some of the damn deadliest animals out there. Right. And they sent all the prisoners out there. But guess what they did? Everybody think Australia now, they think that's a good vacation.
Right.
It ain't nothing to worry about, but I mean, you got scorpions, snakes, and everything else.
Right.
And everything else. So once they push them Samoans out, now they over there in Hawaii. And I just said them to show how wicked the oppressor is. Right. Because the oppressor put somebody from the Middle East all the way down to the South Pole, all the way back over to Hawaii. And now guess who over Hawaii? America. Right. So I mean, that's just how wicked they are, man. And when you look at Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you can't say Black people go back to Africa. You can't say Mexicans go back to Mexico, or Brazilians go back to Brazil. because we all had to start from somewhere before the great split. Just like with what is it? Tower of Babel. The Lord split everybody and made their own language and their own land for a reason. Because we all thought we were going to be able to be more powerful than the Lord. So he broke us down and he watered us down and split us into our own little lane. Where do black people derive from? Where does Mexicans derive from? Or Native Indians derive from? Or Canada? I don't even know. I think the Native Indians was all through Canada too. So where do those people derive from? Explain. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. You on 19, 25, 19.
20.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son.
All right. So Abraham, Isaac, and these are generations of Isaac. Go ahead.
Abraham begot Isaac, verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. Verse 21.
Now, do mind, that's Turkish. Go ahead, keep going.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said,
is Ishmael? I think I got the wrong precept. You see Ishmael in that precept?
Verse 9. Well, no, that's Salaki. Let me look for it a little bit.
Salaki, y'all. Well, I'm just give y'all a slight rundown because I messed around, messed up my notes. All right, so Abraham had two sons. One was Ishmael and one was Isaac.
Right.
You know, Ishmael was born first, but when you look at the Arabs, they always say, oh, Ishmael is the chosen. Ishmael is the chosen. You know, they battle up and down saying the Quran, and all this other garbage, and they believe that they're the chosen people.
Right.
But in reality, Isaac was chosen up under Abraham. Now, let me stop real quick. Everybody always say black people go back to Africa and we're from Africa. They never say one time we're closer to African when we come from the same, damn near the same tectonic plate as the Arabs.
Right.
The Arabs, they are next door. They're closer next door to us than the Africans are.
Right.
So, I mean, that just shows that our people, you know, fail because of lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6 says it all.
Right.
You see it?
You want to go into Hagar when they sent her out? Sent them packing, or how you want to do
Not
it?
just should just talk about Ishmael. Oh, Salaki, y'all. Let me throw that out real quick. That was my slip up.
I'm at Genesis 21, down about 10, 9, 10.
And man, but yeah, let me just give them that rundown. So, all right, so I gave them rundown. Just do Genesis 20. It's 25, and you said 25 and what?
I'm at which one you want to do? The Hagar?
Nah, we just gonna do
25.
Yeah, and this is where it's gonna roll over into, you know, Jacob and Esau. And then we ain't gonna be too long-winded on it because, you know, I got a few notes and I know people, y'all busy doing whatever, and we trying to prepare for the show tonight.
Right.
We're gonna go ahead and get it. So, yeah, go ahead.
Start at 19.
You slide it like 25.
Come. The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
So red, hair all over like a hairy garment. Now, if you could go to the Zondervan Bible Dictionary and look up red, because a lot of people say, well, King David, he was white. King David was light. I mean, the oppressor tries so many ways to show that we're all in comparison. When I mean, a light skinned person can be fair in skin, but they're light skinned.
Right.
You know, just like you got an Asian person, they're yellow. They can be fair in skin.
Right.
Also, like I said, King David, he was ready.
Right.
He was just a light skinned, comely brother. So this is going to decode that whole, you know, ruddy means, you know, I'm this and I'm white and that, this and that. The oppressor finds each and every way to try to put himself in the Bible. other than saying, knowing that he is the man that's being spoke about in Romans 9 and 13 and all through Obadiah.
Right.
Ready in it? You see?
Red, just got red. Slow.
So, but we gonna really get to the point.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the Israel and Palestine, but I just got to give y'all a slight breakdown of who is who and why are they fighting over something that does not belong to them. It's like two men fighting over a woman. If you got to fight over that woman and it's two of y'all men, obviously she don't belong to either one.
Right.
Just simple as that. That land is the motherland that don't belong to neither one of y'all.
Right. I got the color. I got red here. RED. Let's see. Red replied the following items: the badger's skin dyed red. The color of certain animals. I got Revelations 6:4, 12:13. The color of human skin. Let's see, they ain't in it.
Yeah, it might be in that other one. Good night.
Yeah, it ain't.
It should say something like dark or something like that in contrast or opposite, something like that.
God, like I know what you're talking about. It's just
That might just be a different one. I don't know because usually you can read out the smaller one
right.
and it'll pull up. But as we continue, it don't matter. The truth still gonna prevail. But
God,
we
no sweat.
We good.
Right. The verse, where we at? Verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
So Esau is the progenitor of the. Let me give y'all the biblical name, so you just in case y'all say it ain't. Kittim is the Italian. You have the Greek, which is Javon. You got the Ashkenazi, and then you have the French, which is Gomer. So Esau is the progenitor of all these European races. Do mind, all these European races were not dwelling in Israel, right, in Jerusalem. These European places are actually in a different land mass. That's why I said Ashkenazi. You look at us; it clearly say Ashkenazi Jews, or I think it was Sephardic Jews. Those people actually come from Germany and share that whole land up there in that little portion.
Right.
And also, to further prove that it's right, you could look up, it's 3 books. You got 13 tribes, you got Roman Empire with Edom, and then you got who's Edom / Esau. So these modern Jews, or these Jewish folks are not the actual Jews of the Bible. You continue.
Verse 26. And after that came out his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
So Jacob is the progenitor of, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. His name was later changed to Israel because he had the courage and the heart to fight with anger. That's who he is, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. He's 2 different manner of people, man. Go ahead.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
So Esau is a cunning hunter. Now, just to break it down a little more, the people that hunt the best and who gets the joy out of waking up 3, 4 in the morning to go fishing.
Right.
3, 4 in the morning to go hunting.
Right.
And they don't get off that field or off that boat till 8, 9 at night. They stay out there all day to catch 1 buck. And if they don't catch 1 buck, they still practicing with the camouflage.
Mm.
With the rifle, shotguns, buck hunting. They out here, what's that joint called where they be in the tree? They out there with all of that, man.
Buck hunting.
They are the cunning hunter.
Right.
You got black brothers who wish to be out there to do that. You got some black brothers who can do it.
Right.
Or who do it.
Right.
But Esau is a cunning hunter. He was born. He's just a master at unaliving things.
Right.
Go ahead.
A man of the field.
A man of the field, meaning out there in the woods, out there in the fields, out there in the desert, out there in the rainforest, just out there. Because Esau is going to unalive and he's going to eat.
Right. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
So Jacob was a plain man, somebody who liked to chill. Now I'm gonna chill with the shorties tonight.
Right.
Now I'm gonna sit back and sit me a little while. I'm gonna just sit at the house and play 2K.
Right.
You know, I'm about to go to the house and clean them Cadillacs. You know, just want to chill and be away.
Right.
Jacob just plain and chill, basic and simple.
Right.
None of that extra mess. Just, hey, I'm gonna do it and I'm gone.
Right. Dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob saw it pottage. And Esau came from the field and he was faint.
So out of all that work, now this is how you know this is white versus black.
Right.
Esau went out there and worked or did whatever he was doing out in the field. And Jacob, the one who put that in the pocket and started cooking. So it said Rebekah was feeling Jacob? Or
it said, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
But Rebekah loved Jacob.
Right.
So he out here cooking his own stuff. He doing his own thing, minding his business. But guess what? The white man is entitled to eat whatever you make. The white man is entitled to take your tax money. He's entitled to take your woman. You know, he's entitled to take the mind of your child.
Right.
Go ahead.
Salakia. Esau came from the field and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. So
Esau came on weak. And you know Israel.
Right.
And we see somebody who really needs something like, hey, I know they for 20, but I'm messed up right now.
Right.
Let me get that 40.
Right.
You know, something like that. Us Israelites know how to play the European man.
Right.
We just don't know how to do it now modern day. We don't do it the right way.
Right.
But Jacob was saying, sell me that birthright.
Right.
Let me go ahead and get that birthright up off me. For real, you ain't using it.
Right.
Go ahead.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
That's what oppressor look at.
Right.
The oppressor will bend over and do what he got to do to own the diamond district.
Right.
To own gold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To humiliate Amari Stoudemire and Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
He would do whatever he got to do to make sure he is good.
Right.
Damn integrity.
Right.
Damn my moral compass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I need this food. I need this dollar bill. And I'm going to do. You want to take my wife too.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he sware unto him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils.
So he just gave his little brother the most valuable thing he got just for a moment. That's how you know the oppressor will sell his soul. And a lot of our people say, oh, well, you work with the industry and you doing this and doing that. You want the people selling their soul. You sell your soul once you start selling your body.
Right.
You sell your soul once you start selling drugs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You sell your soul once you start selling off the kid.
Right.
You know, doing child support and this whole government monopoly. That's selling your soul. That's what the oppressor does.
Right.
You know why? Because he ain't worried about the long term. It's now. And our people so caught up now how to make a fast dollar. That's what the oppressor do.
Right.
I need a fast dollar now, and I'm good after that. You know what I'm saying? Damn tomorrow, I worry about tomorrow again.
Right.
I'll beat another Hispanic over his head for a lead. You know what I'm saying? Get paid for 6 months, and I'll go to the next city over.
Right.
The oppressor will do that. Go ahead.
Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Verse 26, Salakia, chapter 26. And there was famine in the land. Beside the first famine, you want me going to?
No, you good on that.
Come.
So, all right, go to Genesis 28 and 13.
Come.
So, now at this point, Esau, just like the oppressor now, you know, he sold his birthright. You know, do mine and take it into account. The reason why the oppressor is the way he is now because he sold his birthright.
Right.
He has no moral. But we try to maintain our little bit of moral, but we turn into workhorses or a mule for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We give them everything for them to survive, but they give us nothing and they still flourish off of nothing.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 28, say 13, verse 13. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest to thee will I give it and to thy seed. Verse 14.
So the seed of Isaac is obviously Jacob.
Right.
And if the seed of Jacob, obviously he had 12 sons, like Hispanic and Native Indian. Those people, Esau and who else? Ishmael, that land does not belong to them over there.
Right.
And that's why they're fighting. That is exactly why they're fighting.
Right.
Let me get that. What is Amos?
Is it Amos or
Joel
3?
That's why they're over there fighting. They're fighting over something that doesn't belong to neither one of them.
Right.
And that's greedy in that self. Just like what happened to the brothers in the UK. That ill man of bitch had the audacity to get her little gang together,
right,
and raise hell to brothers that are just trying to enlighten our people.
Right.
But meanwhile, they have so much hatred toward you, black man and brown man,
right,
you black woman and brown woman.
Right.
They got so much hatred towards you. They don't even want you to come up off the truth of, having a true acknowledgement of yourself.
Right.
They don't want that. And just like in Indianapolis, that wicked ass woman out there, come on, she thought it was a goddamn
Israeli school.
You see it on the goddamn thing. You see it on the big ass truck in the front of the school.
Right.
I ain't gonna talk about it. The general probably gonna talk about it tonight, y'all. I'm not even gonna do all that. But they don't like that. It's hateful, man. It's hateful. Now today, people are so weak. Officer Godwell.
Right.
These people, they willing to unalive people over a symbol.
Right.
Over saying I'm the real truth.
Right.
You willing to take somebody's life over talk? What? Obviously, goddamn parents ain't teach them right.
Right.
Sticks and stone may break my bone, but word should never hurt.
Damn right.
So why are you crying? Why are you crying? Show that you the real Jew, or that land belong to you, Ishmael. All I got to say, shout out to the Muslims.
Right.
I mean, you got something?
No, I mean, you so right. You hit it right on the head. Like, that's exactly what, like, you should be taking pride. If you're in the UPK right now, you should be taking pride in wearing your shield. You know what I'm saying? I seen Sister Raya, you know what I'm saying, post something the other day about wearing your shield. Like, that's the pride you should be having on, man. Right. If you scared, go to damn church. You understand? This is the time where you got to wear that shield, you understand, with pride, with authority, and saying, no, this belongs to us. Right. That's why it's fighting going over there, because none of that belongs to them. Right. You understand? Like, my real goal to work with some oppressor, some Jewish cat, you understand? He said he tucks his in when this time is coming down. When the war goes down, he like, no, I keep mine at home.
Tender.
Yeah, tender, tender and sweet. You understand? So he told Margaret, he was like, oh, you wearing your? She like, yeah. She like, no. She was like, where yours at? He was like, nah, the war's going on. I leave mine at home. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you ain't ready. You ain't even. Yeah, you ain't the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right. These brothers was warriors. You don't come from the line of David. Right. Y'all as weak as pie. Right. You understand? Softer than Charmin. Salakia.
I mean, you're right.
Damn, man.
100% right.
Right.
Damn, what was I?
Joel chapter 3.
Oh, okay.
Con.
So the precept about the pool right now, people wonder why, who just got into it? Yemen?
Oh, yeah, I hear you say Yemen just jumped into that thing.
So it's Yemen. Iran, I don't know what he was saying, but he in it, he looked like he mad with a straight face.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn, all of us down in Israel, Hamas,
right.
Damn, all of them right up in that little circle, that little corner spot.
Right.
They all in that war right now. And why is there a war on the whole land, Christians? Why is there, did you send me an article with the pastor? It was like 3 people. No, the church just got, people got unalived in the church. One person got, I think I got the article. I'm gonna look it up and send it to you.
Most likely,
Christian churches recently, like one person unalived, 3 shot. If that's a holy land or holy state, why are people losing their lives?
Right.
I mean, explain it.
Right.
Because when you come into a UPK household, there ain't no unalive in it.
Right.
There ain't no prostitution or none of that in it.
Right.
So what is wrong over there, man? If Allah and Ishmael, y'all know all of that's the truth, why are y'all blowing yourself up to smithereens?
Right. No, you right on money. It's like, where is your God?
Right.
You understand? This God that you prepare these, biblical songs for.
Right.
Lord, you know what I'm saying? Right. You singing these high-pitched songs, but you getting killed off in there. That mean the Lord ain't in there. Huh?
Right.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I see a bunch of Allahs all over the ground. I don't know which one's the right Allah.
God,
the big one,
all them rocks.
I mean, I don't know which Allah is which.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Joel 3 verse
something.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So all those nations, all these little nations right there, you know, you got Elam is down.
East Indian.
Yeah, East Indian. I was just trying to get an actual name. East Indian, the Arab,
right.
the so-called Esau. Right. All of them is going on doing their little thing over there. And guess who ain't over there? Black folks.
Right.
Brown folks.
Right.
Keep your ass in America, keep your ass in South America.
Right.
Let's fix this over here and figure this out.
Damn
because
right.
all the people that leaning over there, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever they're doing, it's happening for a reason.
Right.
And the reason is to destroy themselves. You know, get together, turn against Christ, and then battle.
Right.
That's the whole point, man. And them kids, you know what I mean? They're the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
We going through the same thing they're going through over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was looking it up, statistic, just 10,000 since October 7th passed. Wow. I mean, that's a big number, but
yeah.
I mean, 300, 400,000 babies get murdered a year. I mean,
right. Who gives a damn?
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but who gives a damn?
Damn right. I mean, real talk.
Right.
Yeah, we got more problems over here than anything.
Right.
What the hell we worried about them for?
Right.
Into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people.
For his people. His people. Now, the Lord said there's nation that gathered here, but then he completely said he's doing that for his people.
Right.
His people, he ain't going to send his people over to get their ass blown up.
Right.
Where is his people at?
Right.
In America. You know, down in the West Indies Island, over in South America.
Right.
Scattered abroad. His people ain't over there doing that thing. People who have money, the lives, the people that want to take our covenant and inheritance is over there right now.
Right.
So the Lord's going to deal with this diligently and enjoy it.
Damn right.
Good.
And from my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
There we go. There we go. Verse 12. I'm sorry.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Let the heathens be weakened. When they go to the valley of Jehoshaphat, what does it mean weakened?
Man.
Because, I mean, if you go into war and you low on ammo,
right.
I mean, you're weak.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? You go into war and brothers losing limbs and legs and,
right.
and someone running off to China,
right.
You're weak.
Right.
I mean, what are they going to do? Right now, America is being milked like a goddamn cow from every nation.
Right.
I mean, they just was funding Ukraine war with Russia.
Still doing it.
I mean, what the hell, man? What the hell?
Right.
And then what make it even more crazy, when you look up at that sign, you know, and will this be a further class for y'all? When you look up at that sign, a lot of them people up there is cool with Russia.
Right.
But a lot of people America cool with, come on, it's just a whole big, white folks going against each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then white folks going against other countries. Other countries going against America.
Right.
Then America is sending out all this money for these other people in Israel for what? America's being built like a cow right now.
Right.
I mean, it's simple. We ain't gonna have no gas. And I'm telling y'all this, put fear in y'all heart now for y'all to come together. But eventually, we ain't gonna have no gas. You know what I'm saying? Ammo running low, just like Joe Biden said. Ammunition running low. Russia gonna cut ties with them 7.62. You know, for brothers like me that like AK.
Right.
All of that stuff is gonna play in effect. You know, we're not gonna be able to export and import sooner or later.
Right.
But guess what's gonna have to happen after that? We're gonna have to depend on the Mexican brothers with them, you know, with the chickens and cows in the land.
Right.
We're gonna have to depend on the Jamaican brothers with the fruits and how to work on cars.
Right.
We're gonna have to depend on the Puerto Rican brothers for whatever they got going on. Because over there, we're not over there. They don't need us. We're gonna need each other over here sooner or later.
Damn right.
But again, when all this happened, the oppressor. Let me stop real quick. Let me continue before I go to what I want to say, because I seen something that pissed me off on YouTube.
Right.
So the oppressor is going to get our people and send them overseas. Like, what help is that going to do? It's nothing. And that brought me, like I said on YouTube, I clicked on this short, and literally, when I say it was probably 6 or 7 Mexican brothers out of 20, 25 other nation of people, those people just, you can tell they had a speech impediment, speech impairment, and they just started learning how to speak English, and they got them full-fledged army uniforms on over goddamn seas. Overseas making shorts, like TikTok, funny little joke, but it's like, yo, you don't even know how to speak English fully.
Right.
And you over here dealing with something, you dealing with the devil now.
Right.
And it is just so wicked. It's so wicked that them brothers going over there because of a challenge.
Right.
Or because of a, what y'all call it, that little max out, the percentages you get paid.
Right. Right.
It's sad how people have to depend on a false reality and hopes and dreams.
Right.
For America to sit here and fund us.
Right.
I mean, come on. We lose our life over there. Now, what you going to do for your kids, man?
Right.
Your son don't even know how to farm or work yet, but you over here working for a damn devil. I mean, explain.
Right.
And that's like, I know I'm rambling long.
No, you're so right, you right on the money.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Your
Right.
daughter. Your daughter. I mean, you got mothers across the woman, sit your ass down in the house.
Right.
Make that recipe book from business from scratch.
Right.
What are you going overseas for?
Right.
Because America, if they don't run through you, goddamn it, they are. They are. And you know the American is, you get your ass whooped and you get your ass ran through. Elam, same way. All of them, though. Press, everybody does that. Africans doing too. So, sis, why are you across seas fighting over in the Valley of Jehoshaphat?
Right.
What you think a Jewish man's gonna help? I mean, come on. You think what he's doing to Diddy?
Right.
I mean, go ahead, guys.
No, you know,
you're rolling somewhere where I see it brewing.
I mean, you right on the money, Ock. Like that is so right. Like we are shooting up for a damn a nation that don't love us. You know what I'm saying? And listen, at the end of the day, those brothers don't know no damn better. You understand? They just trying to get a check. You understand? Like you said, they looking for them benefits. You understand? The white man got the best benefits you can have. You understand? Best benefits you got. All you got to do is put this suit on and go over there and get on the front line. You understand? And that is something that we in the Isupk, we building our own damn army. You understand? So brothers can come in here and actually be real soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Versus that, that pretendo. You know what I'm saying? That is Nintendo over there. Get from over there. You know what I mean? So, and especially the sisters, man, I cringe every time I hear a brother say, yeah, my daughter went to the Navy, or, my daughter went to this and that. I'm like, man, it couldn't be me.
Right.
You understand? Like, not my daughter. What the hell is she doing fighting in a damn war? You understand? When she needs to be bearing some children, man, making our children and our nation stronger. Same with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, I had to learn my lesson with that. I'm thinking, like, the hell am I doing in here? You understand? They don't love us in here. Salakia.
And I know you have a father with his brother having, a little girl. Especially seeing my sister. When a father sees his daughter leave home, his phone call every day, baby, you good?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
You ain't called me today.
Right.
So why are you sending your daughter 1,000 miles, hours away? And you, I'm pretty sure you can't talk every day.
Can't.
I mean, what kind of father would really throw their daughter to the wolves, to strange men?
Right.
I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, we'll go through a father's head, man. And I got soldiers.
Yeah, and that's the point, Og. It's like, damn, and we know the assault rape in that, the assault cases in that military is high.
Right.
You're a sister going into the military. That's what you have to look forward to. You have to watch your back. And if you listen, man, it's all type of horror stories, man. You understand, in that military when it comes to especially our women.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's terrible. It's a lot. Verse 12. It said, let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
So now when y'all say the Isupk, y'all can't judge me, what is the Lord going to do when he bring a bunch of nations together and he said he is going to judge them?
Right.
What is he doing? The Lord ain't coming down saying you were wrong for enslaving kids. You were wrong for sexually abusing and unaliving. He coming to judge. You're going to be charged with what? By hellfire, man.
That's right.
By slavery.
Right.
Period. So when you say we ain't got no authority to judge nobody.
Right.
Even we take a life, we still can't judge. We were just being an idiot. So the Lord say he's going to come down and he's going to judge. He starts from that part again about the sun.
Verse 12, let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. That's verse 12.
So we're just going to meet up in the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
Now, let's go to Genesis 41 and 54.
Right.
So the Lord is bringing everybody to this holy land for one reason. And again, going back on what that brother said, he said, "Oh, I'm not. If you saying go with Palestine, then you don't know the truth. Then you don't have the spirit of the Lord. Then I'm going with Israel." I know what he's thinking. He's saying he's going with Israel as a landmass. But even if you ain't choosing to side, whether it's the Israeli or the Palestinian,
Right.
all reality for you to say you're going for Israel as a landmass, you're picking the Israeli. You know what I'm saying? You're just being, well, give me a good professional word.
Stupid.
Yeah, stupid. You're just being stupid. You're just trying to talk good.
Right.
That's it, man. What?
Where you at? 41 and 45?
41 and 54.
41. Salaki. The book of Genesis, chapter 41, verse 54. And the 7 years of dearth began to come, according as Joseph has said. And the dearth was in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. Verse 55. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all Egyptians, go unto Joseph. What he saith to you, do. Verse 56.
So y'all have to understand, Joseph left from there and he went and been a king with Egypt. He could have clearly speak Hebrew and understand their language.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken on the story, Joseph actually got arrested in it? I think so. Don't quote me on. I might be thinking about a different story.
Okay.
But even when it was famine, they were the ones happened to go to Joseph because he was so in good with the Egyptians.
Right.
Now explain, Joseph, how did his skin complexion fit in with the Egyptians? Again, I'm gonna show y'all a book right here. I'm glad I brought this today. So, okay. I put all the pages in line. They ain't even where they supposed to be at. Anyway, so you got Israel, and you got the Red Sea, and you literally have Egypt.
Right.
Explain.
Right.
Go ahead.
Salaki. Verse 56. And the famine was over all the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt. And all countries came into Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all the lands.
All right, drop that. And now we go to verse 42. So understand what kind of power Joseph had in his hand when Egypt was at they highest rank.
Right.
What?
Chapter 42.
42, verse 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 42, verse 1. Now then Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt. Jacob said unto his sons, why do ye look one upon another? And he said, behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob, sent not with his brethren, for he said, lest peradventure mischief befall him. Verse 5.
Okay.
God. The sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came.
So the sons of Israel went to Egypt. They went to Egypt to get this corn because there was famine in Israel. And again, I'm saying it to show you how close these land masses was. There wasn't no airplanes and cars and ships. Where it won't be a need for a ship. They had nothing but cattle, camels, dogs, however the hell they was trotting, patting big, however they needed to get from Israel all the way to Egypt.
Right.
Go ahead.
For the famine was in the land of Canaan, and Joseph was the governor over the land.
Do mind, Canaan is right at the bottom of Israel on the outskirts, right? I believe it's right up under the Mediterranean. Go ahead.
And it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. Verse 7. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them.
So these men went up to their brother. His brother was in Egypt, and I swear this is Salakia. I swear this was when what's his word? I think it was think it was he got arrested, something like that. I'm telling you, I feel like this is exactly what it is. But anyway, they came and bowed to their brother and didn't even recognize their brother.
Right.
But because he was in Egypt so long to where his speeches started changing, but he recognized his brother and acted as if, hey, it's like you not seeing somebody from high school in 10 years and they just gained a lot of weight and they got dread, long hair.
Right.
It's the same way. Oh, that's verse 8?
No, Salaki. This verse 7. Verse 7, and Joseph saw his brethren and knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, whence come ye? And they said, from the land of Canaan to buy food. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew him not.
Joseph knew his brother. So for people that actually say we came from Egypt, no, we came from Israel. Joseph started to run Egypt. His brothers also came from Israel because of famine and came to Joseph in Egypt when he was running Egypt.
Right.
We didn't come from Egypt. We all went there and do mine. This isn't even in the captivity.
Right.
This is when we were free. It was just famine in the land at the time.
Right.
That was verse 8. All right, we can drop that. Oh, get Exodus 1. And from there, I might not have any. Matter of fact, no, that's too much to read. Just if y'all read through Exodus 1, I'm gonna just break it down. Y'all read through Exodus 1, we was in captivity under the Egyptians probably about 430 years, somewhere in between that. And all through Exodus 1, how we started to go into captivity is because of how the Egyptians see how we operate, how our style and things like that. And just our stature, how we keep how holy they got jealous.
Right.
And what they did, put us in captivity. So, all right, yeah, coming out of Egypt, coming out of Israel, you know what I'm saying? Moses was leading the people about 40 years straight out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying? And the atlas, matter of fact, we really gonna need an atlas so these people will see it. If you mind, Baba Shah, I'll hold it up.
What you need,
I just want to get a little rundown. I'm almost there, y'all. So many pages. Cut some slack. I'm in class today.
Damn right.
Hey,
What it's about.
I'm in class. Man, the glossary is right here, but I'm going and I can tell you, look at it. Right here. Look up page 74, 75. And it should be like in the corner of Egypt and the Red Sea. And took my notes, I think.
You say 74, 75.
It should be like in the corner, like in one of the corners, you might see like Egypt or Red Sea or something like that. Like it ain't word, it's on like the map.
It's just on the map part.
Like you see the Red Sea. I wish we had one of those computers.
Yeah.
Pull it up on the screen. Yeah, we getting there. Lord with us.
Oh, yeah.
We in class today. That's what matters.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give y'all a rundown. We the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Commander General Young. We see that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians and the 12 lost tribes, according to the Bible. We ain't affiliated with any other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, or Christian organization, man. We don't own the truth. This is history class today. You know what I'm saying? Just in between Israel and Palestine. If you need me to look at
Red Sea, I see the Red Sea right here. Jordan,
you see
Saudi Arabia. Go ahead up.
You see Egypt like towards the left of the Red Sea somewhere?
God, right here.
Yeah, just show that part of the camera.
God.
And you can show them, how it's going to work. So when it's coming out our land, Moses was leading us for 40 years, man, out of Egypt.
Right.
Straight out of Egypt captivity, through the whole Sinai Peninsula, south of the Sinai Peninsula, and then all the way back up north, right? We good, bro. Sorry.
God.
And around that time, this is where we're so familiar with the Ten Commandments.
Right.
But, as you being in the truth, you really know that it's actually 613. Let me get Exodus 20 and 2. We almost there. Y'all. Yeah, so it's 613 laws, and it's not actually 10 commandments. And this is when Moses went up to the mountain, or, like Christians think is actual mountain, but it went up to the government. The government, that's it, in this scripture is referenced as the government, and, came down with a set of laws for us that was going to help govern us. It was going to give us our own laws, our own government, and our own land.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is the house of bondage. Do mind, again, in Deuteronomy 28:68, we went back into Egypt.
Right.
But there's no need, when you look at the atlas, there's no need for a ship from one landmass in Egypt is right next door. So the house of bondage is modern day America.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
We shouldn't have no other gods, but we was doing the star Molech or Malak, like these fake Israelites say.
Right.
Molech ain't nothing but a damn cow, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was having the Quran above. We was believing in all this other sexual deviance and all these other gods. Somebody on it?
No, yeah, we good. Go ahead, Al. Verse 4. Thou shalt make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath.
All right, so from verse 2 all the way to 17 is what people know as the Ten Commandments. But again, when actually the Bible is 613 laws. Y'all can read all the way through there and see the little 10 Commandments in Exodus 20 and 2 through 17.
Right.
If you could, Baba Shah, go to Exodus 24 and 12. So this is where it's going to show that the Lord sent Moses to go get this, and he wrote it down on the tablets. The tablets or the scripture, the rocks, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 12. And the Lord said unto Moses, come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tablets of stone, and a law, and commandments, which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. Verse 13.
So the tablets is what's being written on, the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And for all fake Israelites, once again, I'm going to say it again. At this time, Moses was the one leading Israel. It wasn't Moses, Jacob, Aaron, Judas, Christ, and all. It was Moses. It was one man that was supposed to lead Israel because the Lord ordained it.
That's
so
right.
For your break off groups, it's a lie. It's weak, and you got your own agenda. You're not of the Lord, because if you was of the Lord, you will follow Commander General Muhammad.
That's right.
You are the same type of Negroes and Native Indian Hispanics that would actually went against Moses in the wilderness. Mm-hmm. You are the ones who would have went back and said, let's worship Pharaoh.
Right.
That's who you are, because you wouldn't have followed Moses, and it shows today. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of God. And he said unto the elders, tarry ye here for us until we come again unto you.
So Moses went up to the mountain with who? Joshua. And tarry is just, I forgot what type of word it is, but tarry means just wait.
Right.
So Moses went up with Joshua, not nobody else. Go ahead.
And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them.
All right, we good on that. So now go to Deuteronomy. So Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Right.
So all the laws that Moses, when he had to write on the tablet, Joshua even knew about it. Moses was the man that the Lord ordained and gave him to teach our people.
Right.
But also in Deuteronomy 28 and 1 all the way through to 68 says what would happen, if we did, the curses that we would have to deal with. But again, y'all can read all of that. We're just going to do verse 68. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So we already came out of Egypt. We did our little 40 years wandering all through the Sinai Peninsula. We did all of that. And, in random round, God warned, what makes it crazy,
right,
40 years is a long time.
Right.
Like, what, this Oklahoma, what's next door? Arkansas?
Next door is, up
like
a little
going
bit
east.
Con.
So it's Arkansas. We know that just by looking, at a map or on the phone.
Right.
Just imagine you didn't have that, and we traveled 40 years, and we went up north first, came back down to Texas, and then been in Arkansas. That's a long time.
Right.
And Moses already did it in 40 years, and now Joshua is going to be the one that has to take over.
Right.
But again, we would be brought back into Egypt again with shit. So those 40 years, we went to Egypt once, and by us not listening to what Moses said, because not listen to the Lord, because Moses said we should listen to the Lord.
Right.
Now we back in slavery again in America.
Right.
Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So we ain't seen none of our land anymore over there, and we've been sold to our enemies. Our enemies. This right here is talking about the oppressor, but everybody was our enemy.
Right.
The Canaanites, the Girgashite, the Hittites, the damn Canaanites, all of them, Khazarian,
Right.
all of them is our enemy. But we were sold as bond men and bond women on that auction block.
Right.
To America this time. All of us, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we all are a product of slavery.
Right.
Good?
And no man shall buy you.
And no man can help. No man will save you.
Right.
Period. We still being sold right now.
Damn right.
Look at Sexy Ray.
Right.
Look at Mari Son and Mine.
Right.
We still being sold right now. We just don't have the shackles.
Right.
But we're mentally encaged, man. We're mentally chained. That's all man about the show.
Con.
All right. Deuteronomy 1:35. Or Salaki 1:38. So now we get into who was going to take us to the promised land after Moses gave up his seed. Because Joshua, if you read Joshua, that's a dope book right there, man. It's how he put his feet on the king's neck and all that, and told the brothers to come. And
right.
I mean, just imagine that.
Right.
Imagine Hispanic man to where you could put your feet on Donald Trump's neck in front of in front of his whole.
Right.
I mean, just put it down and then just look like
right.
It's anybody else.
Word.
Anybody else.
Right.
Joshua, who took the torch after Moses.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
You say 35?
38.
38. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 38. But Joshua, the son of Nun, which standeth before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it.
So Joshua is the one who's supposed to take us to the promised land. He's the one. Again, fake Israelite, it was Moses. Moses went and taught Joshua.
Right.
They went up to the mine, and Joshua was taught by an elder, somebody wise.
Right.
And now Joshua was taking over.
Right.
That's why Hebrews 5 and 6 say you are milk. You need to be taught first as a baby.
Right.
Before you could become a teacher on meat.
Yeah, right.
Moses taught Joshua first, and Joshua did his damn thing. And when he was taught by an elder, he accomplished the mission.
Right.
What are y'all accomplishing? Wearing purple and having LGBT people in there.
Right.
Unaliving LGBT people.
Right.
Going Passover at the damn strip club.
Right.
I mean, believing sexually abusing 12-year-old girls. Joshua was taught by Moses, and that didn't happen.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Verse 39. Moreover, your little ones, which he said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. Verse 40. Come.
So that right, Numbers 20 and 12. So that right there was just showing like who is bringing us to this promised land.
Right.
Now we getting ready to get all the way there to where we're going to show who is black, who originally came in that land, why things happened the way it happened, and I also give. No, I don't need that yet because that's been closed out. Or am I already good? All right. Yeah.
The book of Numbers, he said 20 and 12. The book of Numbers, chapter 20, verse 12. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believe me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. Verse 13. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. Verse 14. Come on.
I keep on telling y'all, Salaki, y'all. Play this emergency, y'all. Give me 1 second. Good night. Let me get the Jonathan Bible Dictionary. You already know that. 70 AD. So at that time, I believe that time Moses wasn't upholding, I don't want to say upholding the Lord, but actually showing reverence. That's why the Lord said what he said. You know, just
You say 70 AD?
Page, no.
Oh, you talking about,
the contradiction. It's like, man, we all, there's so much happening in the world right now. You know what I mean? But we in class.
That's right.
Yeah, we in class.
Yeah, right. Page 84.
Yeah.
This is the Babylon Timbuktu, Rudolph Winter, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 78 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
Right. Do mind, Christ already spoke on this. Christ said this is what was going to happen.
Right.
So this happened 70 years after Christ. This was already something that was being spoken about.
Right.
And all through, they say 65, I believe, no, that was Sakari that was fighting all the way to 73. But Christ already spoke about this, man. And you will look up like the siege of Jerusalem, you know, the Jewish rebellion, and all of that, just to continue, because I don't want to go too far.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
So we fled into Africa. You mind, again, we were just next door. We fled into Africa because we blended.
Right.
So if our land was Israel, how can you say the Khazarians or the Germans or the Italians or down any of those people are actually from Israel?
Right.
Where the actual Jews went to Africa. Explain.
Right.
The Romans, if I even say, they on the other side of the Black Sea.
Right.
They're up there. What the Romans? Right. I think it's a little bit further up than Greece. They're a little further up.
Right.
But meanwhile, we're on the other side of the settled water. How are they the Israelites or the Jews of this nation when that's not even their land?
Right.
We fled from that one tectonic plate to the next tectonic plate. And when we fled into this one because we blended in.
Right.
And we know the oppressor was so goddamn ignorant and he was an idiot, he couldn't tell the difference between dark skin and dark skin. Good.
This prophecy and all the residue of the prophecy, residue of the prophecies contained in Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68 befell the black Jews after they disobeyed the laws of God.
Drop that. Let's go do the 28:64. My bad, man. I'm pulling all you free.
No sweat, no sweat. Let's get it.
I know you're gonna hit me with it tomorrow.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64.
Now, for everybody that wonder, people say there's Jews all through East Africa, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that area. In Salakia, I completely screwed that up. Canaan is South Africa. I believe that's what it is. Let me make sure. South Africa. Salakia. That's South Africa. So everybody saying, oh, we're all scattered abroad, but you never see Asians, and I'm not saying born because of migration,
right,
you know, in America. Everybody is scattered abroad when it comes to Israelites. You have black people that's over there in Greece. You know, black people that's over there in Africa.
Right.
But you don't have European people, you know, that, let me say it this way, was forced to be scattered abroad.
Right.
They own in Africa, Australia, Hawaii, everywhere by choice.
Right.
The Irish are over here in New York by choice.
Right.
And they over there, their landmass over there by the UK. So when the Lord says scattered abroad, it's a curse that these people that don't listen to the Lord will be scattered from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth.
Right.
What?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and thou shalt serve other gods.
And you will serve other gods. So we will be scattered among other people, and we should serve other gods. That's why we fallen into the Jewish stuff, like Maurice Sunmar. We think we Muslim, we think we Christian, we follow Hinduism, we follow Rastafarianism. We doing these whole little rock things. Sisters out here thinking they witches. I mean, even brothers wearing rocks now, and I think that's the most effeminate goddamn thing.
Right.
You put a goddamn rock on your chest and
Right.
say, I need to recharge my chakra.
God.
Like, we was going to serve other gods.
Right.
And the Lord said he will scatter us, and this is what's going to happen.
Right.
Go ahead.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even Christianity and Nation of Islam or whatever they want to call it.
Right.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob did not know any of this stuff.
Right.
They didn't know. They just knew this. We got these laws, statutes, commands we got to follow. Everything else don't matter. Everything else don't matter. And since we don't want to, all right, so we broke down. Now we're going back to Deuteronomy 34. What are we? He didn't put. They know what they are.
Verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, this is which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob.
This is the covenant that was for our forefather, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
The chosen lineage, not Ishmael, not Esau. Go ahead.
Saying, I will give it unto thy seed.
Give it to the seed. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. If that's what your father is. Go ahead.
I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over thither. Verse 5. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord.
So Moses, his time was up, and that's where Joshua takes over.
Right.
And we did regain our land of Israel around 1406 to like 1260 BC. We did get our own land back, but again, we lost again. Why? The Deuteronomy 40. What I think it was verse 40. Well, 64. It's like
28:64.
28:64. It's like so. Now at this point in time, we had King Saul, which the brother completely disobeyed the Lord.
Right.
And you must know what I'm about to say.
God.
Saul completely disobeyed the Lord, and we wonder why we have oppressors.
Right.
Saul was supposed to go and destroy the Amalek.
Right.
Amalek, the meaning the oppressor, the man who runs the world. But guess what Saul did? He didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Right.
He did. He left a few, I believe.
Right.
And now look, it's too many of them. Then you have King David. King David was the wisest man.
Right.
We know King David lineage was then King Solomon.
Closest to, he was like, no, that's Solomon that was wise. That King David was, what is like the closest to my heart. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
Right.
No
sweat. No.
So you got King David, and you got King Solomon.
Right.
And then, down in that lineage, you got Christ.
Right.
King Solomon was 1 and 5.
Right.
They say, I'm black and beautiful, black and coming. Gold in my teeth, rows of gold around my neck.
Right.
That's describing him and the culture of Israel. What does the oppressor do? We look at Paul Wall like, what the hell is you doing? We look at Jack Harlow like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
We look at MGK like, what the hell are you doing? But he had enough sense to say, oh, well, I am a white boy. And he started doing white boy things.
Right.
That's the lineage of it. And for the people that say we was kings, we was queens. Yeah, we was at this time.
Mm-hmm.
At this time we was. And when King Solomon ruled for 40 years, it was called the golden years. That's when we were flourishing. We had our own things, we had our own jewels, we had this and had that. We didn't have to want for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we was in the promised land, it was about 480 years. Well, yeah, King Solomon ruled about 480 years, and you can find that in 1 Kings 6:1, and it was around 930 BCE. Then you had the Babylonian and Roman siege. You had the Roman siege, and that's what we were talking about. That was in the whole 1 million Jews going to Egypt.
God.
Now we about to start pulling precepts. We about to get out of here, y'all. I ain't about to hold y'all no more long. Got anything?
No, this is good though. I'm going to looking at the Zonda van. But yeah, come. That's it.
I'm talking about this in that last page. That was you got anything you got there?
Well, I mean, listen, man, like this is why we come to class. You know what I'm saying? This is why we do these classes on the regular. You know what I mean?
I mean, I got tied up in these books on
God.
all my precepts, right? Good.
What's that one right there in front? What's that?
I could use it. Let me get first Maccabees. That's the one. I think it's first Maccabees 9-9. I believe that's what it is. 4-9-9.
Say 99.
It should be could even confess you being a Jew. Not for another notebook. Yeah.
Got it.
Second Maccabees 6-6.
God.
All right, y'all. We about to get to rolling. You know what I'm saying? We in class. Y'all at home comfortable with y'all Yayan and Mayan and all that.
God.
Water and wine if you want to know. Y'all over there laid up, chilling, eating chips.
Twinkling.
For real.
The book of 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Now, that's really tough. Get my glasses off.
Mm.
Well, what was the last feast that just passed? Tabernacle? Feast of Tabernacle. Our SUBK had our Feast of Tabernacle.
Right.
The Jewish man also had theirs.
Right.
But guess what? That Iron Dome didn't work that day. They got their ass blown to smithereens on their feast day.
Damn right.
But guess what? Meanwhile, when they had the opportunity, we was keeping ours over here.
Damn right.
But we can't even confess, or keep our Sabbath. We got to work on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep our high holy day. Well, what was the other one? We can't even confess that we're a Jew.
Right.
But guess what? They do everything of what we can't do. And look how the Lord's did.
Damn right.
And it's beautiful.
Damn.
That's holy land. That's holy land, and that's what the Lord ordained and allowed.
Right.
What Christians say.
Right.
But nothing happened to ISUBK.
Damn right.
Little car run through the wall. Nobody got hurt.
Right.
People over there. I mean,
it is what it is.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
You understand? No, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're so right. You know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, listen, look at yourself, man. Re-examine your damn self, man. Understand, man, this is where it's at, huh?
Right.
Serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The way it's supposed to be done. Right. Because you're going to get caught up in that fray like Amari started out. He's going to get caught up in that fray, huh? It's going to be a sad day for that brother. You understand? That brother need to wake up and realize, what the hell am I doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't want you. Ain't finna get over the top of them people, man. They ain't finna give you no spot. What the hell you doing over there? Huh? You know what I'm saying? So damn right.
I mean, it's crazy. Just thinking about what happened over here. Israelites got jumped by the Palestinians.
Right.
The incident just happened in Indianapolis.
Right.
The incident just happened in the UK. Mm-hmm. And those are just the heathens that just disagree with our symbol.
Right.
Mari Sotomayor, he is around people on both sides that don't give a flying. If the Arab, the Palestinian get their hand on him right now, he might not even show up on the news.
No.
I mean, he just gone.
Right. Because he didn't mean nothing to him.
Yeah.
You understand? What the hell they gonna report this brother for?
Right.
He wasn't nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wasn't like you out there blasting. He ain't doing nothing for them people.
Right.
And listen, when it comes down to it, it's either you or me.
Right.
Rather you than me.
Hey man, go ahead. Hey,
God, verse 7.
Oh no,
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Now we couldn't do this in any land, even in Egypt.
Right.
We can't do it in America.
Right.
I mean, just we can't say that. Oh, let me say it this way. White folks come to us and say you're Jewish. We say we're a Jew. They
Right.
faith like.
Yeah.
The hell is that? You know what I mean? How are you a Jew and not Jewish?
Right.
We can't even say that amongst white folks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like with the post my rib made.
Right.
He made that post because we was right at the park down there. You know, I ain't gonna tell everybody
right
yet, but yeah, right down at the park.
Right.
And as we got both of the soldiers, we coming back to the car. I had my booty cap on and I had I had this hoodie on.
Right.
And I'm putting a stroller in the trunk, and a white woman and I think she was a sister, a little baby sister. Came up, she was like, I like your star, David. And I was like, no, it's still David. And I was just trying to be easy and lenient.
Okay.
She was like, yeah, I'm from Sacramento. And my family said that there's a lot of stuff going on in Sacramento. Don't walk around with your star of David on, this and that, because of, they attacking people.
Right.
And I told her, and I was trying to be nice, but not get into it. I was like, no, that ain't got nothing to do with us. That's supposed to happen.
Right.
I wanted her to say why it's supposed to happen. Because I was going to dig a goddamn hole.
Dig a grave off that ass.
So my rib came around the car. And she got something out the car that I just threw in the trunk, and she was like, "Oh well, it shouldn't have happened. That's so wrong with them gouging out our eyes with their thumbs,
right,
and ripping babies out the womb and killing." And it's like unalive, and I'm scratching my head like, when we were enslaved, y'all used to carve our eyes out and cut our tongues out when we just wanted to read.
Right.
Y'all used to rip the wounds out our women vaginas and alligator bait.
Right.
Do you think I give a good goddamn about what's going on over there?
Right.
We way past what just happened.
Right.
So I'm just being cordial and kind. And she was like, "Oh well, I don't want to hold you up. Thank you. Have a good day." And my real whisper, she said, "You need to tell them to put some damn clothes on that baby." And I'm looking at the little sister walk by like this.
Mm-hmm.
And as that lady walking on, we realized she was a German.
Wow.
She was a German.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And my rib made that post, and I looked at it, and I was like, I ain't gonna comment.
Right.
But yeah. She was a German.
No, yeah. And how quickly we forget. How quickly we forget
right.
that you was just whipping our backs on the damn plantation.
Right.
How quickly we forget.
Right.
You understand? You just bombed the hell out of one of our neighborhoods. How quickly we forget. How quickly we forget that you just did this to a people right here in the same land. You talking about, oh, it's so sad what they doing over there.
Right.
You understand? The hell with them damn people and the hell with you. You understand? And
you can't do it.
You understand? Like, what the hell? Don't talk to me, woman, about no damn, oh, that's so sad. You understand? We got people up in Flint, Michigan right now and still ain't got no damn cool, calm water up there.
After what? They have 5 years.
I mean, damn. What? Are you mad about that? That we got lead poisoning in our people's bodies up there? You ain't worried about that. Oh, no. You ain't worried about that because you cool and you calm here. Got your AC blowing. You understand? But just wait, though. It's coming, them bombs is coming soon, Salafia.
Yo, it's so heavy that you said that. I was looking at there's so many cells right now that was crossing the border. You had a bunch of Hamites and Ishmaelites. And a lot of them said they going to California. Some of them said they going to Detroit. Some coming from going to Florida.
Right.
And looking at this little, what is it called? It's like, like FBI watching all that. They naming all the cities that have these little cells.
Right.
In each city, like, for example, let's say San Diego and San Francisco, California, and name another one.
Right.
They actually have Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they got damn OKC on that watch.
Right.
For something to happen because these damn terrorists.
Right.
But when it said New York, it didn't say Brooklyn, Manhattan, Catskill. It just said New York as a whole.
Right.
So each major city, even North Carolina, Lord will, we have a Passover.
Right.
These people are in each major city right now.
Right.
And these oppressors just think everything's sweet. You better stop sending, I was about to cuss, you better stop sending them resources over there. I mean, it's a lot of them coming right now on YouTube saying, "Yo, hey, we going to San Diego. This, you think they just having a damn protest and ain't nobody out there really about that life?
No.
They just waiting.
Yeah.
They waiting till they can get perfectly in the middle and destroy.
I mean, come on, this is the land of the free.
Right.
You understand? Like, you can come over here and just live good life.
Right.
But they worried about the damn, worried about Mexicans coming across the damn border, just trying to cut some grass and do some roofs.
Right.
They worried about that. They ain't worried about them damn Palestinians making, sales in every major city, ready to blow up everything. They ain't worried about that.
Right.
They ain't worried about that.
And I'm not even going to go into detail.
Come on, huh?
How they made it so easy to where they could make bombs. All I'm going to say, it ain't nothing but 3 or 4 resources, and one of them is sugar. Like, and it's some chemical effect to where it goes off.
Listen, man, they said Ishmael is a madman. He's a wild man. He's a wild boy.
Hey, got a little bit of sugar.
Cause they just filling up, huh? You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, right.
So we go look out like 3 more, y'all.
Let's get
Let me get that. We're going out the way. Job 24. Yeah, man. So again, all of this stuff is happening in the Middle East, like white people like to say. But all this stuff that's happening in the Middle East shouldn't be happening. Well, it wouldn't be happening if the children of Israel were there.
right.
But if y'all that's there, and the reason why so many of y'all and Middle Eastern people over there raising hell now is because y'all don't belong there.
Right.
Y'all don't belong there.
Right.
It's not your land. What?
The book of Job, chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short?
So since man was laying here, the wicked, their time is short.
Right.
The oppressor time is running out.
Right.
And I love saying about America. People is so damn scary online talking about, oh, what about the war? What about the war?
Right.
What the hell that got to do with me?
Right.
I know what's coming. You don't even know why it's happening.
Right.
His time is short. Go ahead.
And the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens.
Oh, hypocrite. The joy of the hypocrite is for a moment. Not to forget about it.
Right.
And it happened. It already happened.
Right.
But guess what? Now they over here. Oh, Jews and Jewish and all this.
Right.
That's hypocrite.
Right.
And that's all joy, man. What?
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds.
He's so high in the sky in the kingdom to where, hey, ain't nobody said me.
Right.
Can't nobody gonna do nothing with America.
Damn.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing with Germany or Russia or Ukraine. But you will find out.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Like your own pile of duty. That's if you will perish. Ain't nobody taking a dump and ain't got down flushing the toilet going to look for a pile of poop.
Right.
He is gonna perish like that.
Damn.
Don't nobody know where that poop goes.
Right.
But the people who got to do that job.
Right.
Go ahead.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
So me and God war when we granddaddies.
Right.
Our kids in the story coming down the line, they gonna say, y'all had white people?
Right.
What is that? They're red and hairy. What is it? And we're gonna have to open up one of these books.
Right. A big
Matter of fact, you see Laxie right there?
Right.
That's her family member.
Damn right.
She does right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna wonder where is she?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 8.
You'll never have that dream again.
Right.
You never do. You might have something close, but not the same.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Verse 9. Also,
Y'all go ahead and do it. Fight for it. I'm proud to be an American. Y'all do all of that.
right.
Do all of that. I love you for it. Go ahead.
Right. Neither shall his place any more behold him. Verse 10. His children shall seek to please the poor.
So your kid, when you leave your kids to be a proud American, remember, your wife, your little white baby girls, you got them redneck fat sons,
right?
Y'all know they're going to work.
Damn right.
They're going to work. So teach them all the workout techniques that you learned in the military now. Right. And make sure they do it right. Because your daughter back is going to be as big as goddamn Arnold Schwarzenegger.
My goodness.
Neighbors.
Yeah. I mean, she going to be doing so many pull-ups out.
I mean, that might just be her job.
Right.
Our job.
Right. Pull-ups. Get those. No, I want the top damn apple up there. All the way
like it. Hey, like, hey, that's funny right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, that's funny.
Right.
You got it.
And his hands shall restore their goods. You understand?
They gonna work to get us back to what we need.
Right.
That fine silk, that fine satin. You know what I'm saying? Our 40 acres in the mule, our fruits and everything else that was taken from us, man.
Right.
In our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Our wealth, our credit.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
So let's get that. Did we do something 48, 14?
Wow.
3 more, y'all. So understand, it's gonna be a time where they're gonna be so high up in high up in their seats and in the heavens. It's gonna be a point to where they're gonna turn into Apollo doodle. They're gonna be an Apollo doodle, man, and they're gonna have to be that proud American that goes over there. But meanwhile, whatever they leave over here is gonna work for the people that knows what something feels like.
Right.
Black, Hispanic, and Native people. What?
Which one? 148?
48.
48 slot.
Understand, it's a time and place for everything. And the reason why Palestine and Israel going at it, Ukraine and Russia going at it, Yemen and Iran just stepped into it, and I feel like I'm missing one. Gaza and Hamas and all them going at it is because of the things that you've done to the Lord's people, and also you stole their household. It's like you had a home invasion. Home invasion can give you 30 years to life. And imagine you just stole these people land, man. These people home. You would be charged for life.
Right. Which one? 48 and one slot.
48, 14.
God. The book of Psalms, chapter 48, verse 14. For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our God even unto death.
So this God right now, he is our God.
Right.
We screwing up right now, but at the end of the day, he is our Father. Our Father is coming. The Lord whipped our ass long enough. Right. Now he gonna show up on the scene and show you how you supposed to really get down.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? And meanwhile, now we gotta show what Pops really did.
Damn right.
Because we was getting our ass this long. We know where we messing up at. Right. We just so disobedient and disorganized. Now the Lord gonna go ahead and do what he gotta do to these people, put us in our land, and this time we're gonna have the right. Because of the Isupk, under command Jerry Honor. Not because you fake Israelites, you purple guy, you Kari, none of y'all. It's not y'all. Right. Y'all have a chance in the kingdom, but you ain't gonna rule shit.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
That was it on that.
You want to feel like you got something too?
No, I mean, no. This is perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I like talking about this history, and I like talking about this subject because, you know what I mean, if you don't recognize that things is going down right now, and you got to do something now. Right. Like, I'm tired of hearing these Christians telling us that we don't have to do nothing in order to get the kingdom out. It's like then what are you looking for here? Right. Because the Lord, man, listen, man, he wants obedience, and that Christian church ain't got it out. You understand? They don't have the answers. Right. So right here, right now is when you got to make your decision on who you stand with. Right. You understand? Go ahead.
Man, it is crazy you say that. When you say that, have you seen the movie First Sunday?
Live.
You ain't never seen First Sunday with Cat Williams?
Oh, that was one of
it was Ice Cube and
Con.
When when you say that,
It's an old ass movie. Go ahead.
when you say that, that's what I think about Christians every time. I'm like, if something happened right now and y'all in the house packed,
Right.
DJ church, whatever. If something happened, people came in there and said everybody need to lay down. That's the movie I think about. Everybody get tired of, it's more of y'all and only two guns. Right. And y'all allowing people to do whatever. And then after these people to beat you over the head, took your money, you lied to the authority, the real judge, meaning the cops at that time. Y'all lied to them, let these people go, and then turn around and send money to them.
Yeah, right.
That's what I think about that movie. Every time I'm like, something happened to a church, it's going to be like First Sunday.
Right. They ain't ready, y'all.
Right.
They ain't storing up like Joseph stored up in Egypt. Right. They ain't storing up no goods. Right. They ain't getting ready for the famine. Right. You understand? They ain't got no place where they can really be like, all right, we're going to meet up right here. We all the believers. Right. They ain't doing that, The damn Christian pastor will lock the damn doors to the church, you understand, and wait for everything to clear up.
Right.
You understand? So he's not letting nobody in that church. You understand? It's all a lie, and you need to get from under there. Salakia.
No. Hey, that's it. I ain't got nothing to say. Let me get we got two more. Jeremiah 23 and 8.
God.
Because time is running short, man.
Yeah, right.
Time is running short. I wish a Christian would go over there talking about Jesus Christ. I'm coming in the name of Christianity. Man, you would not make it off. You ain't make it on the
man.
Like, I mean, come on, man. Christian pastors ain't doing nothing, man. Where's your TD dates and crypto dollars? Why y'all not over there trying to get people to gather together and sending money? You know why? Because you're disgusting.
Right.
Y'all ain't even sending money over there to people who actually need it. Right. If God love everybody,
right.
Send the money over there for the babies. 1,400 people that's becoming unalive. What's wrong with them? But meanwhile, those same Arabs and Jewish people can come over here and convert, and then you love them because you get paid.
Right.
Don't make sense. Selfishness.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 8. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country.
Out the north country. So right now, get yourselves together, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man.
That's right.
When the Lord start allowing and forcing these oppressors to have to go back over there and fight, to understand when the Lord destroyed them, the Lord's going to bring us out the north country. And the north country is North America.
Right.
Go ahead.
And from all countries whither I had driven them.
So for people that say, oh, well, we ain't scattered. Earlier in the scripture said we scattered abroad.
Right.
But then the scripture just said out the north country, because the majority of the slaves came to North America, right, in the West Indies, down in Bahamas and all that, and then in other areas.
Right. And Salakia. And they shall dwell in their own land.
We should dwell in our own land. When all this is said and done, when the oppressors become desolate, and everybody is laid to rest, we will be back at home, safe and sound.
Damn right.
In our own land. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Mine heart within me is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man, and like a man whom wine hath overcome because of the Lord, and because of the words of his holiness.
Okay, we good. Last one, y'all. Let me get that. Romans 9 and 3. Understand, it's a time and place for everything. Today is the time. You know what I'm saying? The place is now.
Right.
And I tell people when I was back home, people say, oh I'm going to change, man. I'm going to stop smoking tomorrow. Or I'm going to stop eating pork tomorrow. If you don't stop doing it today, you ain't never going to stop if you're waiting for tomorrow.
Right.
Because tomorrow, you might just wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I just need to hit this blunt and get my day started and I'm done. And then what you need to flow to sleep, a blunt. If you don't start stopping your sins today, you ain't never going to change.
Right.
If you don't forgive your brother or sister today, you ain't going to forgive them tomorrow.
Right.
Because you're allowing time, your mind to dormant on time. Damn grace, man. We ain't Christians out here.
Right.
What?
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? Who are Israelites? What?
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob got that adoption. What?
And the glory.
And the glory.
And the covenants.
And the covenant. That is all of Israel. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Israel. 12 tribes of Israel. So those are the people who got the actual covenant, not the Jewish man over there in the Middle East, and not the Ishmaelites over there in the Middle East, and everybody else that's gonna come together and lie, like Elon. I'm waiting for damn Moab and Ammon to say they the Israelites.
Right.
The covenant according to the flesh, not spiritual Jew, the
Right.
flesh. Go ahead.
And the giving of the law.
And the giving of the law. So people say, especially white folks, living in sin, and you can't sin. You can't break a law.
Right.
It's the same thing as America. I steal a bag of chips, I go to jail for damn 30 years. A white boy will beat up the cop when he get pulled over and get out in the morning.
Right.
Hell, he might have his old lady pick him up and send him home.
Right.
Come on. What?
And the service of God and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
So Christ came for those people, Israel, Jews, man. Not everybody. Not everybody. Stop trying to give your value away, man. Because the covenant is the only thing that we have.
That's right.
That's the only thing we have. And as of right now, even though we're not in our land, we have nothing, but we still have that promise. The Lord promised it.
Right.
So is he Christ? I mean, the Lord is saying he's way of the heart. Either I'm gonna whoop your ass, or I'm gonna just show you what it really is.
Right.
But when he shows what it really is, a lot of y'all are not. It's already too late. But with that, we the Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge, starting at 125th Street, Hartford, New York, for the commanding journey to Hunter. Which is that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians and 12 law tribes according to the Bible. We ain't affiliated with any other Israelite group, Muslim, or Christian organization. We the home of the truth. This is a history class. Our next feast day is Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, which is Thursday on the 7th of December, 2023 for 8 days. First Maccabees, 452-61, and that's where you can find it. Isupk announcement: when a brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves on the word. If a brother has an interest in his sister in the school, he is to seek permission from the head to speak to her. If he or she needs transportation to a class, teacher will arrange it. Time is a commandment from the Most High. Malachi 3:8-10, Numbers 18:20-21. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, paid to the Isupk. Either give it to the teacher in class or mail your check or money order to the Isupk. Send your tithes and donation to the Israelite School UPK PO Box 11 Upper Darby, PA 19082. All right, if a brother want to be when a brother come into school and he want to be a trooper for 90 days, our brother wear all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and war scar to get in the spirit of warfare. It's protocol, even if attending class online and not physically in the class. A trooper is not allowed nor authorized to teach or battle. They are to attend and learn only. Y'all tune in to Monday night. What is
America on Fire.
America on Fire. All the seven heads, they on there about the blaze. They giving you black news and what's the truth about what's going on.
That's right.
Tune in tomorrow for Brotherhood class.
Right.
Also 500 God War Cross. Call, Paul Priest going in on Brotherhood.
Right.
And this was history class. I'm Officer Shai Allah. With that, shalom.